if it's possible, whoever is the host, let me just mute you. Am I a co-host? I just want to double check. I am a co-host. Wonderful. Just in case we need to mute people during the session. I would like to know how many of you have used Kahoot before. So if you could just type in the chat, yes or no, if you have used Kahoot before. Let's see how many of you have actually played on Kahoot before. I see one hand up. You can put your hand up if you want to. You can type yes in the chat. You can type no in the chat. If you don't know how to use the chat, just switch your webcam on and put your finger up. Let's have a look. A lot of you are quite shy. You maybe don't want to answer. But most of you are saying no at the moment, which is wonderful, because then I get a chance to introduce you to a new tool that is going to become your favorite new tool to work with your students. So the way I like to present my classes is I'm not the kind of teacher that presents theory and then says, now we do the practice. I start off with the practice, and I want you to experience what students would experience in the class. So in order to play Kahoot, you need to open up a browser. You could be using Chrome, it could be Safari, it could be Microsoft Edge, whatever device you are using, whether it's your laptop, your phone, or your computer, you just need to open up a browser, and I'll put this on the screen for you. Let me just have a look to see if I can open up my Word, and then I will share it on the screen with you so you can see what you need to type in. Here we go. Right. I'm just waiting. Here we go. Let's go like this. And I'm going to just make it larger, and then I'll share my screen so you can see exactly what you need to do. So you're going to go into your browser and you're going to type in Kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. So it's Kahoot it. And I'll put in the chat as well. There we go. So Kahoot.it. And once you have typed in Kahoot.it, I'll show you what it's going to look like on your screen. So let's just find a web page over here. Here we go. I'm going to go like this, share screen. And if you go to Kahoot.it, then you should get a screen that looks like this. And it's going to ask you either for your nickname or the game pin. I think it knows my name already. That's why it didn't ask me for the nickname. But once I give you the game pin, that will bring you into the game. And hopefully by now, you all have understood the instructions so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the game, and then you are going to go to Kahoot.it and you're going to type in the pin. So let's go like this. We're going to start, and I'm going to share my screen with you with audio. You'll see why I'm sharing it with audio in a second. We're going to play in classic mode, but before we do that, I'm just going to check the settings, show the questions and answer. Yes, Bitmoji, yes, I like that. English is the language. Randomize the questions. Yes, yes, that's all good. Okay, I'm happy with those settings. The volume, I'll move it up a little bit. We can play with up to 2,000 players. So if we were streaming this live, people who are watching it live could also join in, even though they're not in the Zoom. And we have two choices. We can either play in team mode or classic mode. We're going to play in classic mode for tonight, and I'll tell you what the difference is when I go through all the explanations. And your PIN code is 790-0741. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type that in the chat. 790-0741. And all you need to do is type in the PIN code and then your nickname, and your name should appear on the screen. You can imagine if students, oh, I see Jomo is in. Definitely the fastest of you all so far. Oh, Emerald is catching up. Let's see if the rest of you are going to be able to join. And this is the hard part. Joining is the hard part. Once you've done it the first time, it gets very easy. Some of you might notice there's even a QR code on the screen. So if you actually scan the QR code, if you've got a laptop and you scan the QR code with your phone, it will bring you into the Kahoot game as well. So we'll just see how many of you are able to join. If you have any problems, just let me know. Type it in the chat and I'll keep an eye on the chat. Just give you 2 or 3 minutes to sign in. If you are on your phone on the Zoom, you can still keep the Zoom running, but go to your browser on your phone and just go to kahoot.it, and you should still be able to have the Zoom call even while you are playing the Zoom, the Kahoot on your phone. If any of you have any technical questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can just type in the chat if you're having any problems. Because right now, we've only got 2 people signed in. I'm sure we can get more. You see, I want you to experience what the students are going to feel when they play this game. So just watching because you're too scared to put your name there, you're going to miss out on all the fun. We'll give you another 30 seconds. You can also download the Kahoot app and then play it from the Kahoot app if you choose to. Oh, Becky, welcome. So glad you could join us. We'll give you another 10 more seconds to see if anyone else is going to join. Or Lusania, I'm hoping you're going to join too. Don't be shy. Oh, we lost someone along the way. Hopefully they'll rejoin. And I know that internet is an issue in certain parts of Lagos, so maybe that could be the problem. All right, well, we're going to get started. Remember, the PIN code is 790-0741. And what will happen is that it'll show the PIN code on the bottom of the screen throughout the game in case you still want to join later, or if you get logged out and you want to rejoin again. All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to click on start. Oh, order. We've got 3 now. We're back up to 3. Should we give it another 10 seconds? Maybe we can get a 4th one. You're not going to regret it. I can promise you that. It really is a lot of fun. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get started. So, what's going to happen is you are going to have to answer the questions using your device that you signed in with. So the first question is, Carol's father has 3 children. Snap, crackle, and what is the name of the 3rd child? If you think you know, on your handheld device, you're going to input the answer. If you think it's red, if you think it's orange, blue, or green. I see we've got 1 answer in at the moment. You've got 7 seconds left. So if you don't know the answer, you can always guess. 3 answers are in. And our time is up, and no one got it correct. You see, the problem is Carol's father does have 3 children.
Oh my God.
Did you get it wrong, Odesanya? You see, Carol's
Yes.
children,
I got it wrong.
Crackle and Carol. Carol must be one of the children because it's Carol's father. Oh, you fell for that trick. So now what happens is after each question, it shows you the leaderboard. And no one is winning at the moment because no one got any points for that one. Do not fall for my sneaky tricks. Here comes your next question. It's another quiz question. It's a simple mathematical one. 1,000 plus 10 plus 1,000 plus 20 plus 1,000 plus 30 plus 1,000 plus 40. If you know the answer, type it in. And remember, you can guess if you don't know. 14 seconds. We've got 2 mathematicians already. They've got their answers in. 7 seconds. 3 answers. And only one person got it correct. You see, 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2,000. Plus another 1,000 is 3,000. Plus a 4,000 happened to be 4,000. And then, of course, if you add 10 plus 20, it's 30. Plus another 30 is 60. Plus 40 is 100. It's 4,100, not 5,000. A lot of people fall for that trick. And that means someone got points. Let's have a look at our leaderboard. Oh, Uzo is sitting on top of the leaderboard with the rest of you all coming second. If you want to beat Uzo, you've got to answer the next question correctly. This one is a slider question. You've got to slide the slider wherever you think the correct answer is, and then submit your answer. What number is exactly halfway between 17 and 49? Remember, these are maths questions. You can put English questions. You can put history questions. Whereabout in history did a certain person commit a crime or become president? You can choose how you want it. No one knew the answer there. And of course, the correct answer is 33. That is in the middle between 17 and 49. A little trick. If you're trying to work out how to get the answer, add 17 and 49 and then halve your answer. So 17 and 49 make 66. So if you halve the answer, you get 33. And that would tell you where the middle point is. It's also the distance formula. All right, let's have a look. Still, Uzo is leading. If you want to beat Uzo, you're going to have to try harder than this. Here comes a true or false question. True or false? Mokgweetsi Majoro is the current prime minister. I think I might have used this one from another quiz. I don't know if it was. It might have been one for Lesotho. I'm not sure. Maybe it is for Lagos. I don't know. Is Mokgweetsi Majoro the current prime minister? Well, I can't remember. These are just sample questions. Odosanya, is Mokgweetsi Majoro the president?
Yes, I got it correct.
Is he the president? Oh, so it is a correct question. Well, you got one right. Let's see what it does to the scoreboard. Oh, Emerald is
Yes, I got it correct.
And Uzo is coming in first.
Yeah, I'm coming from Uzo.
Oh, you Uzo. No. So are you Emerald?
No.
Oh no, so you're not Emerald. Okay. All
I
right,
am
well,
Uzo.
Oh, are you Uzo?
No,
So
yes, I am Uzo.
Oh, Uzona is looking to win
Yes.
today, but Odosanya, also known as Emerald, is taking this very seriously. Let's see what happens now. Another quiz question. Which country has this flag? Which country has this flag? We've got 12 seconds left. We've got one answer in already. Yes, if you don't know, just guess. 3 answers came in. 2 of you got it correct. It is the Seychelles. Let's have a look to see what it does to the leaderboard. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Emerald is now. We've got coming in. Cormo is in 3rd. Come on, Becky and Ola. Here comes your next question. This one, you've got to type in the answer and then submit. What 5-letter word can you make from these 4 pictures? Look at each picture and think, what is that 5-letter word that they are trying to describe? I see a picture of toast. I see a picture of champagne, a toaster, people knocking glasses together. We've got 5 seconds left. Yes, if you're not sure. Only 2 answers came in. Red. Toast. Ooh. I'm curious. I want to see what the other answers were. So I'm going to click on review answers. One person said bread. One person said toast. I would have to agree that toast is the correct answer. So I won't allow bread to be admitted in there. So we are going to go to submit. Let's just go like this. Cancel. Let's go like this. Next. Oh, Jomo! Jomo realized that it was toast. If you saw the picture, they were toasting each other.
My God.
And it was a toaster. A toaster, champagne, toast. When you make a
How
toast,
come?
well done, Jomo. So now Jomo is sitting in the front. Let's see what's going to happen now. Another quiz question, and it's a multi-select, which means you could choose more than one answer. Which of these are Marvel characters? We've got Daredevil, Spider-Man, Batman, or Aquaman. Who are the Marvel characters? Choose your characters and push submit. You've only got 12 seconds. Three answers came in. Oh, of course, Daredevil and Spider-Man are Marvel. Batman and Aquaman are DC. Let's see what it does. Notice the style of question here had pictures in the answers, not words. So I want you to take note of that when I go through the explanation. You're going to see, for example, if you're working with the younger grades, you can show, for example, which of these are the word dog. And you can have a picture of a dog, cat, horse, and cow. And that way they can actually identify the picture and not the word if spelling is a problem. Oh, none of you went forward. None of the top 5, at least. Let's have a look at what's going to happen next. Is there a Kahoot link? Juliet, you've got to go to kahoot.it. I'll put it in the chat for you. You've got to go to kahoot.it on your browser. So if it's, for example, Chrome, or if you are using Safari, depending on which phone you are using, and then you've got to type in this PIN code and put your name in. And once you've done that, you'll be in. Of course, you've missed a couple of questions, but that shouldn't scare you because they haven't got many right so far. So you might be able to beat them unless you can beat Ordusanya, because Ordusanya does not want to lose. But Jomo is ready to take the lead. All right. You can use your app, Juliet. Absolutely. If you've got the Kahoot app, you just need to put in the PIN code where it says enter PIN, and then you should be good to go. Let me know if you are sorted. So Juliet, did you come right? You could just let me know. All right, well, while Juliet's sorting that out, let's go to the next question. Remember, some of the questions are multiple choice. Some of the questions are true or false. Some of the questions might be a puzzle question. That means you have to arrange your answers in a certain order and then submit. And some of them ask you to type in a word or two. And then I'm going to show you some of the other questions that you can use as a teacher. So here we go. This is a puzzle question. Arrange these musicians from oldest to youngest. So you drag them and put them into the order that you want, and then you click submit. Top is going to be the oldest, bottom is going to be the youngest. Do you even know who some of these people are? Oh, we've got someone who knows. We've got one answer in. You've still got 30 seconds. 2 answers in. Oh, who is the oldest? 3 answers are in. 20 seconds. Five answers. Woo! We're pushing up the numbers here. I'm loving this. 5, 4, and time is up. None of you got it right. Paul McCartney from the Beatles is the oldest. Chris Martin is from Coldplay. He is the second oldest. Zendaya, who is a well-known actress and also a singer, she happened to be a little bit older than Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is about 19 years old or so. She's very young. So that means our scoreboard does not change. So Juliet, you're still in it with a chance. Here we go. Another quiz question, and it's a double pointer for 2 points. If you overtake the person coming third in the 100 meters, what position would you now be in? Oh, you've only got 13 seconds. If you overtake the person coming third in the 100 meters, what position would you now be in? 5 seconds. Yes, if you're not sure. Oh, no one got it right. You fell for my trick again. Why? Here are 4 people. This person is coming first. This person's coming second. This person's coming third. This person's coming fourth. If this person overtakes the person coming third, they are now the new person coming third. So the answer is third, not second. Oh, no points for any of you. I am catching you out with all of my brain teasers. Do not fall for the next one. Here we go. Another quiz question, another double pointer. If you overtake the person coming last in the 100 meters, what position would you now be? 15 seconds. Oh, we got an answer in. 2 answers. 10 seconds left. 3 answers. Yes, if you're not sure. Oh, we got 4 answers. 1 person got it right. If you overtake the person coming last, that's not possible. The person coming last has got no one behind them, so no one can overtake them. It's impossible. So it's none of these, and that means... Oh, Juliet! She comes into the game last, and she's now leading the field. Can you believe it? She's moved all the way to the top of the field. Is this going to be how it's going to finish? Will Olu let her do, or do? Are you going to let Juliet win? Jomo, you're going to have to work harder. And Ozo, you were working so well. Ozo,
Wow.
you're coming in 4th place. You've got to work harder to stop Juliet. Here we go for the next question. Oh, now these are the teacher features that have been added to the Edu license. I think you're going to like these. Have a look over here. This is a poll question. It's not for point. What is your favorite digital tool? So you must just decide, what are your favorite digital tools? Click on the ones that you like. Not a correct answer or a right or wrong answer. So now what it does is it shows us that 50% of you are loving Kahoot. 25% of you are enjoying Wakelet and Microsoft. No one is enjoying Teams. That's just a poll to give me an understanding of what is going on in the class. So when you are teaching, you could easily put a poll. How many of you feel we should write exams next week? How many of you feel should write exams in the morning? So you can actually do a poll and get a sense of what the students are thinking. The next teacher tool is an open-ended question. What skills do you feel we need to teach our students? Just type in whatever skills you think our students need. Not a right or wrong answer. It's just, what do you think our teachers be teaching the students? Someone's already put in an answer. Still got a minute. Two answers are in. 3 answers. 4 answers. Very impressive. 5 answers. I'm loving this. Oh, I see. Juliet is using the annotate feature on your on Zoom. Woo-hoo. "14 seconds left. And time is up. And what you will notice is, of course, we have 5 answers submitted. I've now just switched off annotate so Juliet can't draw all
March 2000. March 2000.
Right. Let's have a look over here. I'm going to show you the answers. Look at the answer. Now, this is what I like about this tool. You can now show the answers to everyone in the class. Digital skills, manipulative skills, to be tech savvy, social skills, inquiry skills. This helps me to get a sense of what the group is thinking. If I go to next, this is the brainstorming tool. You're going to love this one. How can we turn our classrooms into a better learning environment? What can we do? I want to brainstorm ideas of what we can do to make our classrooms better. And what we're going to do is we're going to group all your answers together in different categories, and we're going to vote. And whoever gets the most votes for their ideas will score points. So Juliet, you better watch out. Good ideas from other people could score points for them. Let's see what happens. 85 seconds left. How can we turn our classrooms into a better learning environment? Do we need more resources? Do we need more internet? Do we need, I don't know, more chalkboards? Fewer students? Fewer naughty students? I definitely think we should do that. 50 seconds. We've got 2 answers in already. 3 answers. All these people are very keen to get points. 37 seconds. So, Rebecca, are you not taking part? Is that why you're typing it in the chat? You can't seem to type the answers in. You should be able to type the answers in.
I can't type. I
No,
cannot
that's very
type.
unusual. I see answers are coming in as you can see them.
I cannot type.
Ah, what a pity. Right, the
can't
time
type.
is up. Now what it's doing is it's sorting the ideas out. Now let's have a look at these ideas. Use videos. I think these two should go together. Using various methodologies, more internet. I'm going to put use videos over there with it. Employing classroom management. I think those two go together. Great communication. Make it interactive. Those go together. Make it student-centered. Oh, these are very good ideas, I must just tell you. Digital tools. I'm going to go with this one. Make it student-centered. That's going to go with that one there. Actually, make it student-centered. I'm going to move it over there. Engage students and provide more tools. I'm going to go and put that one over there. Can you see what I've done? I've now grouped. Let me move that onto that one. There we go. I've grouped them into 4 different groups. You can have separate categories, but by doing this, we can talk as a group and discuss some of these ideas that are shared. And now what I want you to do is I want you to vote on the groups that you like. They are the ones who are going to get points. Here we go. Vote on which groups you think should get the most airtime because you think their ideas are brilliant. 19 seconds. Oh, we got 2 votes in so far. 11 seconds, 3 votes. Remember, good ideas are going to earn you points. 8 votes, 9 votes. Woohoo! Let's see which ones are the most popular ones. Group number 1 got the most votes. Well done, Jomo. Yours idea. Oh, look at that. Your idea was very good. Edu, your ideas were very good. Again, you got 3rd place there. And Uzo, Grace, very good. You also did very nicely. Let's see what it did for the points. Oh, we still got a word cloud. What word would you use to describe this workshop? One word. Type in your one word that you would use to describe this workshop. Did you find it boring? Did you find it exciting? Did you find it engaging? You decide what one word. You type in your answer, and you should be able to type it in. On your device, wherever it says type in your answer, you click on the thing. And then it takes all the words and it makes a word cloud. Obviously, the more words that are there, what happens is if you've got, let's say, for example, 100 people say the word engaging, then what happens is that word will be bigger and the other words will be smaller. You will know that engaging was used a few times. If, for example, each person only put in one word and none of the words are the same, they'll all be the same size. That's how the word cloud works. And now we're going to look at our leaderboard. In 3rd place, we've got Jomo. In 2nd place, we've got Emerald. And in 1st place, Juliet. She came in late and she still managed to take 1st place. And Uzo came in 4th and 5th. Well done, well done. Outstanding. Now here comes the fun part. Well done, well done. But what I want to say is that I wanted you to play the game first that you knew what it was like. And then I'm going to explain all the stuff that comes on how to make a quiz so that tomorrow you can already start making a quiz. And I also want to show you, this is what happens after a game. When I click next, what you will notice is that I've got a few options. Number one, it says, these are the difficult questions, the ones that everyone got wrong. That's very helpful for me as a teacher to see which questions the students are struggling with. Does that make sense? Okay. The other thing that you'll notice over here is that, of course, there's a full report. So I can click on there to get a full report. I can also go play again. Now, this is an interesting concept. When you click on play again, it goes into ghost mode. And ghost mode means the game will load. All of you that signed into the first game will automatically be signed in as the ghost version of you and the new version of you. So if 8 people signed in, there'll be 16 players in the new game. The ghost version of you will answer every question the way you answered it in the first game. The new version of you will answer it very differently because now you know the answers. And of course, when that happens, learning takes place. So let me quickly click on it so you can see what's going to happen. Look at all of you. These are the ghost versions of you. These are the current versions of you. And now the goal is to make sure that the new versions of you are better than the best player that from the game we just played. So watch what happens. We'll just play 1 or 2 questions and I'll show you what's going to happen. Here comes your first question. And I think you already know the answer to this one. Carol's father has 3 children. Snap, crackle, and what is the name of the 3rd child? It even plays like a ghosty type music. If you know the answer, type it in. You should not be falling for the trick a second time. Five answers, very good. Now let's look at this. The last time we played, no one got it right. This time, one person got it right. Let's have a look. And what you will notice is that Jomo is better than the best player from the previous game. Let's see what happens with the next question. Do you know the answer to this one? 1,000 plus 10 plus 1,000 plus 20. We already know that it's not 5,000. Look, the answer coming in a little bit quicker. That means you can see learning took place. People already knowing what to do with the answer. They're not going to fall for that trick again. 3 answers are in. 5 answers are in. 7 answers are in. 4 seconds left. 8 answers. And 5 of you got it right this time. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Wow. Now look what happens. We've got Joy, we've got Axie, and we've got Jomo and Uzo's Ghost. Uzo is playing better than she did the previous round. And now we've also got Joy and Axie, who didn't even appear in the first round. They are now appearing in this game. So what I like about playing it again in ghost mode is that sometimes you get these students who always get every single question right. But if you play it again, now that everyone knows the answers, it's not about how smart you are, it's about how quick you are. And that means even players who don't normally get the answer correct have a chance to get it correct. Now, Rebecca, when you say, why is my name not in the game? It's only showing the top 5. you might be getting a score that is just maybe 1 or 2 lower than Jomo, and that's probably why it's not showing your name. So don't feel bad. You are in the game. As long as you are still interacting and playing, you should still see what's going on. We'll just do one more last one. The slider question. Let's see if you can remember what I explained to you. What is exactly halfway between 17 and 49? Move the slider where you think it should be and then submit your answer. I can already see we've got 2 answers coming in. 3 answers, and you've got 10 seconds left. Two seconds. 6 answers came in. How many of you got it correct? Let's see. Whoa, some of you actually did get it correct. 3 of you got it correct. Now, that just shows me that learning took place because I explained what to do. You then use that knowledge to get the correct answer. Now look at the leaderboard. Oh, TK is now in the house. And what is interesting is that 4 out of the top 5 are not ghosts. That means Uzo was playing very well in the first game, but Uzo is playing even better this time round. In fact, Uzo's points are about 1,200 more than the last time she played. So you can already see learning is happening. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip these rounds and we're going to go all the way to the end. So I want to show you what we can do. Let's skip. Next. Let's go see if we can go all the way to the end. Skip. And I should be able to go next. And skip. Next. Next. We're almost done. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Skip. And there should be an end game option. Let me see if there is an end game one. No, it's not there. Is it over here? It's not there. There used to be an end game button. I'm not seeing it at the moment. That's fine. We'll just skip to the end and then I can show you what's going to happen. All those double pointers. You see, now you know the answers to these questions. You wouldn't make that mistake. You'd be scoring double points. Completely put you on the leaderboard. Okay, let's skip through this. Almost done. And last one. Right, we're going to skip the voting. And of course, we get the leaderboard, which would show us who was winning this one. Uzo from the previous game, Grace, and then of course, Eminem. All right. They at the end, after we skipped, their scores were obviously much higher because we didn't finish off the game. So now here's what I want to show you. When we get to that final screen, you will notice it's got play again, which we just did. We can also go to view full report. I'm going to view the full report. Can you all see what I'm doing at the moment? I'm going to go along here, report options, download the report. I'm going to click on download. I can save it to Google Drive or I can save it as an Excel sheet. So let me go like this. We'll save it under, I'll just put it on my home page over under documents. Let's go like this. And I'm going to open it. and it opens up as an Excel spreadsheet. Check what I can do. Let's go like this. I can tell you it was played on the 10th of June. There were 20 players. 4% got all the correct answers. 96% got incorrect answers. The average score was 341.5 points. This tells me the general stuff. Now I can look at the final scores. So each player and what they scored. And then I can look at question number 1. Who got it right? Who got it wrong? Question number 2. Who got it right? Who got it wrong? And I can analyze each question. Can you see what's going on here? I'm looking at each question. So from an assessment point of view, I can look at the final scores. If I was doing a quick math test or a history test, I can literally get all the answers and I can copy the final scores and I've got the assessment marked for me. I don't have to do any work. If I want to know which section, like I know that this particular question is important, I can see everyone else. Most of you got it wrong except for TK, Uzo, and Joy. So that tells me maybe we need to work a little bit more on that section in class. All right. Are you all happy? Oh, I don't know if you can actually see that. I need to share my Excel spreadsheet because I don't think you could actually see what I was talking about. Now you can see it. So here was the final score. Let's go to the main one. Here was the overview. This is what the Excel spreadsheet looks like. Here's the final scores. So I can see exactly how all the players did and what scores they got. Here is the summary. So it tells me exactly what happened. That question number 1, Joy got nothing. The total points over here, 1,944. In question number 2, look at that. A lot of you, Joy thought it was Coco. So very impressive. If you have a look over here, you can see what they answered for each question.
Buy something fish.
There we go. And of course, what you'll also notice is that I want to go to each question. I can go to each question and see how everyone answered on that particular question. So you can analyze per question, you can analyze per student and look at their final scores. So if you do a history test, 10 questions, 1 lesson, your students are not going to think they are doing a test. They are going to think they are playing a game. And then, of course, it's marked for them. So you don't have to worry about doing any extra marking. You just have to save the results in a spreadsheet and you are sorted. But you've now seen what the game is like. Now I want to show you how we make a game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Kahoot.com and I'm going to, let's go to the home page. When you sign up for Kahoot, if you're going for the free version, there are certain limits as to how many people can play in a game. When you go for the paid version, the EDU version, you get all those built-in features that I'm going to be showing you now. So let's start off with, I've signed into Kahoot and I'm going to go along to the top here where it says create. Now I've got 2 options. I can either create a Kahoot or I can duplicate one. So I go to discover. Odesanya, what do you teach? You're going to have to unmute so we can hear you.
I teach chemistry.
Chemistry. All right.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is chemistry. Which grade?
Grade 10, 11, 12.
Grade 10 chemistry.
Yes.
Let's search. I'm now going to search for grade 10 chemistry. You know what? I don't have to create the Kahoot. Look at all these grade 10 chemistry results. There are 2,200 results. So let's pick one. I'm choosing this one right over here. Let me look at some of these questions. When doing a lab, it is good practice for the chemist to wear open toe shoes, wear sunglasses to protect their eyes, tie long hair back, or do all of the above. I don't think wearing open toe shoes is a good idea. I like that question. Which of the following is an example of physical change? Molding clay, boiling water. Oh, I like this quiz. I'm very happy with it. So you know what I'm going to do? I click on these three little dots. I go to duplicate. And now it adds this quiz to the top of my list. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to edit it. And I'm going to rename it. I'm calling it Odu's Grade 10 Chemistry Review. And I'm going to, what else am I going to do? I like that so far. It didn't change that because I think it had a, let's just put Odu like that. And I think that's all good. Save it to my folders. No, we're happy with that. That's all good. We don't like this picture. Let's choose another picture. I'm going to type in chemistry. That's a good picture over there. Done. And I think we are good to go. Let's see if it'll save it. Let's make it unlisted. And it should actually save. Oh, we're going to save it over here. But anyway, before we save it, I'm going to look through some of these questions. This question, how many elements are there in 6H2O? I think we need to move that one down to the bottom because that's way too hard. This question, oh, I don't like it. I'm going to delete it. This question, which of the following is, I don't like the word base, I like alkaline. So I'm going to go, which is an alkaline. So I can edit questions, I can take out questions, I can remove questions. And of course, I can add a picture. If I click over here, because I've got access to the Getty images as part of the paid license, I could type in, what is the question again? It was about an alkaline. So let me type in alkaline. And yes, alkaline batteries. That's not a bad, oh, that's a good idea. That works nicely. I like that picture. So these are all royalty-free pictures. Uzona, you didn't get my explanation. Which part did you not get? You can just unmute yourself and tell me which part you were not sure of. Uzona, are you there?
I don't really understand. We ended the game. Then
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that?
hello.
Hello, we can hear you. I think the
Please
connection
speak.
might be.
Uzona, please speak. We can
Hello?
hear you. We can hear you. Uzona,
Right,
Can you
mate.
hear me now?
We
yeah,
can.
we can hear
We
you.
can. I think maybe Ozona, if you type it in the chat, because there seems to be a connection
Yes.
with the
Yes,
sound.
she can type. She can type it.
Okay.
Yes, I said we ended the game. I'm trying to understand. So I don't really.
You entered the game. And then
Mr. C,
yes.
I think what she was trying to say is that since we ended the game, she's not understand. She does not understand what we are doing currently. We are making quiz.
So what I'm saying, okay, so what I'm showing you is that when you start to create a quiz, you have two choices. You could start from the beginning, or you could take someone's quiz that has already been created and you can modify it to work for you. So I'm just showing you an example of how I can take someone else's quiz, make it my own, and then just modify it a little bit so that it works for me. Because as teachers, we don't always have a lot of time to create all these quizzes. So it does make sense to rather use someone else's quiz. If they've spent a couple of hours on it, then it might make our lives a little bit easier. Does that make sense, Uzona? I think hopefully that does. But I am going to show you how to create one from nothing. I'm just showing you that you don't have to create it from nothing. You can go along, and once you've saved it, here we go. I've got a quiz. It's a brand new one. There we go. And it goes in my little thing. It's called, I just need to obviously change the duplicate of grade 10 chemistry to Odu's grade 10 chemistry thing. But at the end of the day, that becomes my quiz. I then have my name as the author. So you are allowed to remix public quizzes. And there are over 50 million public quizzes. So you don't have to keep inventing new quizzes. If you are teaching English, there are plenty quizzes. If you're teaching history, plenty quizzes. And there might even be a lot of people in your country who've made quizzes about, let's say, Nigerian history. So you don't have to go and look for quizzes, because if you type in the keywords under discovery over here, you just type it in under, find me a Kahoot about Nigeria. And look at this. There's Nigerian football. There's Nigeria. There's lots and lots of questions about Nigeria. So it's very easy to find a quiz that you don't have to start from the beginning. You can just use a quiz and just adapt it a little bit. But now I'm going to show you how to create a quiz from the beginning. If you are going to be that first person to make the quiz, what would you need to do? So I'm going to click on create, top right-hand corner. And what am I going to, I'm creating a Kahoot. And I can use templates. They've got some templates that they like to give you. I'm just going to go with a new Kahoot, create. So here's my first question. What time did our workshop begin tonight? There's my question. I want to make the question look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to add a picture of a clock, because I think that that would really make the question appear a little bit more respectable. What time did our workshop begin tonight? And now these are my options. Was it 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 7 p.m., or 1 p.m.? So I've given 4 options, and I'm going to put the check mark in that one because that is the correct answer. I'm then going to have a look on my right-hand side. Do you want to give them 20 seconds to answer it, or 10 seconds? Let's give it 10 seconds. And is it standard points, or do you want to give double points or no points? So you can decide what you want to give for those ones. I'm going to go with standard points. Okay, that was my first question done. Let's add another question. So when I click on add a question, I have a choice. Do you want a multiple choice? Do you want a true or false? Do you want to type in an answer? Do you want a slider question? Do you want a puzzle question? Or do you want one with audio as well. I'm going to go with a true or false question. Nigeria is in Africa. True or false? And of course, which is the correct answer? That is true. And over here, I'm just going to put a picture of a map. Maybe that will, there we go. That just kind of makes the question look good. And I'm going to put it as 1 minute because maybe people have to think about it a lot. Clearly, you wouldn't need a minute. So maybe actually 20 seconds is fine. Standard points, no problem. Let's go add another question. Now I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I'm stuck. Uzona, I'm trying to think of a question, but I can't think of one. You know, Audu mentioned he was doing chemistry. So I'm going to go up to here where it says search the question bank. I'm going to put here chemical. Ooh. With what is the chemical reaction? Oh, I like that question. I click add. Let's go find another one. Is this a physical or physical or chemical change? I like it. Add. Oh, we need some language questions. Nouns. Anything that pops up with the word nouns? Let's see if we could find any questions with nouns. Name 3 of the nouns. Oh, I like that question. Add. So look at this. I'm busy adding questions into my quiz from the general search. That's my question bank. Of course, I could add another one. I'm going to add a slider. Let's add a slider. This one is going to be, what year did the pandemic start? And the minimum is going to be 2017. I've had to add an answer. Let's put 2019. I'm going to put here 2017. And over here, I'm going to put 2022. So now we've got the minimum is 2017. The maximum is 2022. The actual answer is 2019. And over here, it says, let's put none, which means they have to only put the correct answer. I could make it low, which means the closer you get to the correct answer, the more points you will get. But if you are 1 away or 1 year before or after, you'll still get some points, but not as many as if you actually got the right one. And if you go like this to high, you're pretty much accepting all the answers that are near there. But clearly, the closer you get to the real answer, the more points you get. I would go with none because I want you to be accurate and get 2019. And I want to add a pandemic picture in because I just think it makes the question look a little bit more professional when you've got an image, something about the pandemic in your quiz. So I've created a 6-question quiz. It took a couple of seconds, but you know what, Audu? I know what you're going to say. Yeah, but how do I let the people know what section is coming next in the quiz? So then I go to add slide. I'm going to add a slide. I'm going to go to classic. I'm going to type in chemistry. I'll put a picture of chemistry over here. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. And this set of questions will cover your chemistry revision. And I go, where is my, that's fine, that's perfect. Now, where is my chemistry slide? Here it is. But I want it to be in the front of the chemistry questions. So I drag it all the way up to there. And I put the slide in. over there. You could choose different styles of slide like you would on PowerPoint. And what you can also do is you can import PowerPoint. So if I click on add slide, you should have an option to import your slides. Now, why is this such a big deal? Listen to this. If I was doing a lesson and I had a PowerPoint with my lesson on the PowerPoint, how do I get the students to show me that they understand the content? Well, what I do is I put the PowerPoint inside a Kahoot. I import the slides. And then in between the slides, I put questions. So when I run the Kahoot, it runs the slides as if I'm running a PowerPoint, but every now and again between the slides, it has pictures. It has questions. It has multiple choice. It has true or false. I can put them in between the slides, and that way I make my lesson interactive. Remember, not all of these features are available in the free version, but I can say that if you pay for the other version, it is worth every cent. Your students are going to be playing this every single day. So when you say which Kahoot am I downloading, the app that you are downloading is just for playing Kahoots, not for creating Kahoot, if that makes sense. So I'll find the link for you, but I'm sure that if you go onto the Kahoot website, they should have the app listed on their site there. But that's a very good question. We'll have a look at that in a second. So now I'm finished with my Kahoot. I've got to give it a name. Let's give it a name. Test Kahoot. There we go. I'm going to say it. This is a demo on how to make a Kahoot. I'm very happy with that so far. I'm saving it over there. I can either save it as private, which means only I can see it. I can save it as public, which means anyone who is signed into Kahoot can access that Kahoot, use it, and even remix it into their own Kahoot. And I can also put it as unlisted. Unlisted means it is there. Other people can play it only if they get the link. So I can share the link with my colleagues, but the rest of the people won't be able to find it if they are doing a search. And of course, you could put a lobby video there. You can add your own music. You can decide how you want to do it. And now it's done. And I click on save. And I can now either play it, share it, or test it. Sometimes I like to test it to see that it's actually working. So if I click on test, watch what it does. It gives me a little fake cell phone. It loads up the Kahoot quiz. I'm going to play it in classic mode. I'm going to type in the PIN code. Let's see what it is. 9438837 and go enter. Give a nickname. I'm in. And then let's play. So now I'm seeing what it looks like on my cell phone. What time did our workshop begin tonight? It was 8 p.m. Yes. Next. True or false? Nigeria is in Africa. True. Yes. I'm doing very well at the moment. Oh my word, even Joy managed to sign in. Yo, she was fast. I like it. Let's see how well you do now, Joy. These are the chemistry questions. This is not my strong point. Maybe it's yours. What is a chemical reaction? I think it's That one. What did you think, Joy? Oh, we both got it wrong. Oh, no, hold on. One of us got it right. Now, wait a second. No, both of us got it wrong. The correct answer was red. You went for blue. I went for orange. So none of us got those points. So you can actually see how it's working when you do the test one and you go, oh, that's fantastic. I'm very happy with it. And I can now skip this. Let's quickly skip it. Skip. Next, skip. 3 nouns, skip. And finally, and of course, skip. And it'll show us the podium. Come on, did I win? Please. Joy came second. Steve came first. Woo! And the kids love it. They love it when they actually appear on the leaderboard. So let's go to next. And of course, you can do all the things you want to do over there. I'm happy. I can close that now. Leave the site. And of course, I'm ready. But now there's 1 or 2 things I want to show you with this Kahoot. So now I've got this new Kahoot called Test Kahoot. I want to click on a sign. A sign does something very cool. I click on a sign. What date do I want the Kahoot to end? I want it to end on the 13th of June at 7 p.m. So what I can do is I can send the link to my students and they can play it at home on their device as long as they click on the link. Do I want the question timer on? Yes, I want to put them under pressure. All the other things I'm happy with. Go to create and now watch what it does. It gives me this link over here. So if I copy that link and I send it to you in the chat, you click on that link, you will have until the 13th at 7 p.m. to play the game. After 7 p.m., the game stops. No one else can play it. So they can't do their homework 4 days after the quiz. They've got to finish the homework by the time you say they've got to finish it. And they won't even think that it's homework. They're going to think they're busy playing a game. This is what I like about Kahoot, that it gamifies the content. So at the end of the day, when you start with Kahoot, the free version, it should be very easy to create a very basic quiz. And all you've got to do is get your kids to join on devices. Now, some of your kids might not have devices, so you can play it where it's one device, 4 kids sitting in a circle, and one person is pushing the answers for the team. Or you can do it like we did in South Africa. I was running an event, and instead of getting 30 people, 300 arrived. So we decided to throw a Kahoot. But the problem was not everyone had devices. So I took the Kahoot, I quickly changed the time limit for every question to go to 2 minutes instead of 20 seconds. Then what I did was I signed into the Kahoot, so at least there was one player, because the Kahoot won't start unless there's one player. And all I did was I put the first question up on the screen. All the teams then had to work out the answer and send a runner with a piece of paper with the answer up to the front of the room. When the first person arrived, I started a 30-second countdown. If you did not send your runner up in 30 seconds, then you do not get any points. And of course, this would all happen in less than 2 minutes. So then when that round was over, I would tell them what the answer was. And whoever got the correct answer, their team got the points. The others went to go sit down without any points. And then the next question would pop up. So you can play it without devices. Absolutely. But I think that the excitement of playing with devices and having the kids see their answers, and then all of a sudden it tells them that they are on the leaderboard, they absolutely love that. So with that, I'm going to conclude there. Do you have any questions or any want clarification on anything?
Okay, we can try as much as possible to ask our questions now. Let's try as much as possible to ask our questions now. Do you have anyone to ask questions? You can signify.
Well, if you don't have any questions, do you feel confident? You didn't get the slides, Juliet, okay? Do you want me to explain the slides as in putting slides in between questions? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, okay. Good question. I like it. Let's go back over here. All right, so I'm in my Kahoot page. Here's my test Kahoot. And I'm thinking, you know what? I want to edit it. So I'm going to go to edit. And I want to have a question, but I also want to have a slide that introduces that section. So let me create a slide. I'm going to go to add slide. I'm going to choose one like this. I'm going to say, this section is the quick questions. And I'll say, you only have 10 seconds to answer. So these would be, for example, if you were doing times tables, you don't want to give them 30 seconds to come up with the timetable. It's quick, quick, quick. So if you do 10 seconds only, let's just do a quick picture of multiplication. Let's see what it comes up with, a nice picture. Not really multiplication. Let me also put the word math in it. Maybe that might help a little bit. Yes, now we're talking business. Okay, we've got a nice picture. This one's going to be 10 seconds to answer. And here it is. I've got the slide. Where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it in the beginning. So the students know that when we play the game, the slide comes up before the questions start and says, you only have 10 seconds to answer these questions. And then I'm going to put all the 10-second questions into that section. Does that make a bit more sense? If you are using the Kahoot app, where can you enter the link? So if someone is playing the Kahoot, if you're playing with the Kahoot app, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to try something over here. I'm going to sign in with my cell phone to show you what's going to happen. So let's go here. Calendar. Today is the 10th of June. I'm just joining quickly. Let's see if it'll allow me to. Okay, I should be in. Right, I'm already in the, I'm now in the actual room over here. You can see my cell phone is joined. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Oh, let me, are you able to give my other me co-hosting rights? Unless I go like this, that should work. Let's try it now. There we go, share screen. Right, I'm sharing my cell phone screen. Zoom, there we go. Okay, so there's my cell phone screen. Right, so in the chat, I'm going to go and paste that link that I sent you as a challenge. Control C, Control V, So now I should be able to go to the Zoom call, see it in the chat. There it is. If I click on this link, look what it does. It opens it up straight away. So now I'm going to enter my nickname. You click on OK. And I'm in the Kahoot. And now I can play it. As soon as I enter my nickname, I'm playing it. And as you can see, I have to now answer 8 p.m. Yes, got it right. So this is how their homework would appear on their phone. And of course, at the end, they'll only know when the time is up on the 13th of June, who the top 3 or top 4 or top 5 are, but they won't know until the very, very end. And you as a teacher, here comes the best part, you as a teacher, you can actually download the Excel spreadsheet of all the results of all the people who took part in that quiz. And hopefully they've all got access to a cell phone, because if they do have access to a cell phone, then they can take or a tablet or a computer. As long as they click on that link, they'll be able to play the device. Does that make sense? So the link that I sent is different to a normally when you play Kahoot, if you go into the app, someone will give you when you start the Kahoot on your side as the teacher, it gives you the PIN code. And that they can type into the app on their phone. But the link that I sent there, that is when you assign Kahoot as homework, that you just click on the link and it'll open it up straight away in a normal browser. You don't have to worry about the app. Anything else you want to know? I'll tell you an interesting story. When I first learned about Kahoot a few years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I was very impressed. I thought, this is something my kids would love. And I went from class to class playing this game and the kids loved it. But there were a few things missing. So I emailed the CEO of the company and I said, here is my wish list of things that I want you to fix in Kahoot. And he loved all the suggestions. So he actually flew from Norway to meet me in Cape Town. And I took him around to schools, showing him how I would use it and why I wanted to see those changes in Kahoot. And ever since then, I've been an ambassador for Kahoot. I am what do they call it? I am an approved educator, registered educator for Kahoot as well. And I'm actually going to the USA in June, and I'll be presenting for Kahoot at a very large EdTech conference called the ISTE conference. So there is, it's an amazing company, because whatever you ask in terms of, can you add text in for maths typing? They go and add it in, boom. Can you go and add in a slider question? Boom, they go and add a slider question. So all those sorts of things, when you ask them, they actually listen. And they want the product to be really, really good and easy to use. And let me warn you, when you start playing with us with your students, just be prepared for a lot of nagging. When can we play it again? Can we play it again this afternoon? You're going to hear this all the time. They don't realize that you're actually teaching them work. They just think they're playing a game. And the best part is that, of course, they don't have to pay any money to play. It's free to play, absolutely. If you're using the free account, I think you can have up to 20 or 30 players in a game. But if your class is not bigger than 30, then it's fine. Otherwise, you put them into teams and you can easily do that. And I think it's a wonderful tool to do assessment. And it's very easy to create quizzes, to duplicate quizzes, and then use those ones instead. It's a wonderful tool in the classroom.
Okay, do we have any other
I think we lost you there, Odu.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you, yes.
I think it's my.
It's your internet.
Let me check. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Well,
we can
now
hear you.
we got.
Can you hear me now?
We can. So mute your other one, and then if you speak through this one, then we can hear you. Oh, no, this one is, you have to unmute yours, because if you unmute both, unmute both of them, then we get that feedback coming through.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you perfectly.
So I was asking if people have questions. I was asking if you have questions. If you have anyone that asks question again. Anyone with question?
It's always a good sign. If they've got no questions, it means they know what they're doing. They're ready to start playing this game, and I want to hear your success stories. I want to hear how you've tried to use it in the classroom, and if you have any issues, you can always email me. I'll send my email in the chat here.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, I want to ask the free version of the Kahoot. How
Yes.
long will it last?
Free version will last forever.
Forever. Okay.
But remember, you have very limited things you can do with it. So they give you a taste for free, but it's limited. If you pay for the other one, the Edu license, I think it's something like $60 a year. I don't know what that would be in your currency.
I think it's 15,000 naira per year.
Is that a lot?
No, not that really. 15,000 naira per year. That's if you are paying for yearly plan, 15,000 naira.
I think it's a great investment, because you know what you can do? If there are 3 or 4 teachers, you can sign up for that and then share the account.
If it can be brought, if it can be taken down a bit, it will be nice too.
It's a fantastic tool. It really is. And I think that, you know, if 2 or 3 teachers chip in, then you can all share their account and use it in your classrooms when you are doing it. So then you can have full features for a third of the price.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Steve.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Grace. So, Odu, I have one question for you. Did you think that you were going to beat Juliet at the end? Now he pretends his internet isn't working so that he can't answer the question. But Juliet knew she was coming to win. Juliet, did you know that you were going to win? We can't hear you. I'm not sure we've got any audio from you.
I didn't know I was going to win. It just happened.
It just happened. I mean, you came in late, you snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, and Odu was very upset.
Yeah.
He was hoping.
We're always prepared. We're always prepared, please.
I love it. I love it. Well done. Well done. And hopefully you'll be able to use this tool in your classrooms.
Yes. I
Yes,
celebrate
I
our
will be able
victory with her.
Yeah.
I must just tell you, when you play this game with your students, a lot of the teachers around you will complain that your students are shouting with such excitement that they're disturbing the other classes. That is how excited they get when they play Kahoot. I'm just trying to think if I've got any photos to show you of Kahoot that I've done with, because I do it all over. In fact, on Saturday night, tomorrow night, I'm doing it for the Museum of Mathematics in New York, but I do Kahoots all the time. Let's try Kahoots. Here we go. If I could just show you one or two photographs, then you'll get a sense of the excitement that goes on in the classroom with Kahoot. Here we go. These are cool ones. Let me share these. These are students that were brought in for a national science festival, and they were getting training.
2, 1.
So these are high school students. Obviously, they get very excited about doing Kahoot. And if you have a look at all these pictures over here, you put it on the big screen. Remember this question? A lot of people get it wrong. And of course, you can see from the excitement over here, the teamwork that goes on.
Hello?
They had one device sharing between a team of 4. Sometimes they had 2 people on a device you can have. And if you do the paid license, you've got up to 2,000 people in a game, which I think is absolutely awesome. And these are the actual Kahoot people at the last time I met them at the conference in the USA. So it really, really is an awesome, awesome tool to use in the classroom. Any more questions? No. All right. Well, you've got my email address. If you have any questions, you know how to get hold of me. And I want to hear your stories of success. And if it goes well, let me know. Maybe I can speak to the team at Kahoot and they'll send some swag, some t-shirts and water bottles all the way out to Lagos to make sure that you are motivated to use it with your students. I think they would love to hear if you've had some success in your classroom with Kahoot. They would love to send some merchandise out all the way to Nigeria. And on that note, I believe we are finished. So thank you very much for attending, and hopefully you found this useful. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.